Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound Divination Wave, and this is day 21 of the March daily draws. So as we start a new week, let's see what kind of message we're going to get. Now we're taking the first card from the Druidcraft Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, so today we will go there, and our card today is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is all about feeling restricted, held back, limited, but more often than not, these limitations and restrictions are down to our perception and the ones that we put upon ourselves. Thoughts in our mind, the way that we think about things, the way that we think about ourselves, puts those limitations and restrictions upon us. We can't see, perhaps, that we aren't as restricted as we think, that we can move forward, that we're not as bound up as what we think we are. We need to be able to see more clearly. We need our eyes opened. We need it revealed to us just how untrue those limitations are, and that the only way that they have substance in our lives is because we give them substance and validity in our lives, and we need to stop doing that. We need to be open to more possibilities and opportunities for us, and realize our potential to be more than we have believed we could be up to now. So as we begin this week, let's challenge some of those limiting thoughts and beliefs and perceptions. But first, we need to open our eyes. We need our sight, our true sight restored. That sense of being blindfolded and not being able to see that we're not as held back. She could easily walk out of here. These are probably looser and could easily be use any of these swords to free herself. So the means is there. It's not as that the situation is not as she's perceiving it to be because of her limited or non-vision. And if she could just see the situation for what it is, she may be able to find a way forward. And the first step, it comes from within. Okay, the change has to come from within our minds, within our emotions, within our spirits, before we can physically manifest the freedom and change outwardly. We need that inner change, that inner transformation that comes by. And so we need to ask the universe to help us to see ourselves for who we truly are, the potential that we truly have, and the situation for what it truly is, and to deal with some of these false perceptions or self-imposed restrictions and limitations. That's what we're perhaps needing to start as we start the week to begin with, so that we can have more belief in ourselves and our abilities, and have more hope for us moving forward to achieve what we want to achieve, that we're not as limited as what we think, that we're not as restricted as what we think, that there is ways for us to move forward and to change and to achieve in ways that we haven't believed so far. So it could be challenging our inner beliefs, our perceptions, and that's what we need to do. We've had this before. It's so important for us to do this. This journey of the mind, this changing our thinking will help change how we are as a person, and then how and will affect what we do, and how that impacts the world around us and what we're trying to achieve. And and it keeps coming up because it's so important, and it keeps coming up to remind us because it's not as easy. It's not as easy as said. It is a process. Sometimes these beliefs, these perceptions are so ingrained. They take some shifting, but they can be moved. They can be shifted. They can be changed. We need to stop believing that, and we may slip up from time to time. But we need to keep being persistent with it, and we will break free of it as long as we keep being persistent in that process. Let's see what oracle card we get to go with that. Here we go, and we'll go here, and card is Father Sky. Trust in the unknown. To me, that means that although we don't see it yet, we need to trust in the universe, in whatever spiritual connection we have, that there is something for us. There is more potential in ourselves, even if we don't yet know it, we don't yet see it, but we need to start putting our trust in the fact of who we are, and that as we begin to see more clearly who we are, then we'll be able to grow in confidence and move forward. But we need to trust even yet in what we don't see. We may not see that there's a way forward, a way to change, but just because we don't see it, we don't yet know it, we need to trust that the fact that the universe is providing it for us, and that it's there, and we need to put our trust in that. And in due time, it will become clear as to what that is as we transform our thinking and our perception, and it will become more clearer exactly what that unknown is, and that unknown will become a known later on. So we need to put our trust in ourselves and in the universe to help us through this process. And as we do that, we will see a change occur, and we will be able to move forward and achieve a lot more than we anticipated that we could. So that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 22. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.